Okay. Well, we are having a discussion, and this is the question on the table. We welcome everybody, as usual, to this segment of our program. It's on marriage, and today there is an issue concerning two sisters. The sister is married with the husband, and they are settled abroad. She brings along her sister to stay with them. And she has issues with her husband regarding childbearing. Before long, the husband she brought from, the sister she brought from Ghana, started having an affair with her husband, and she is pregnant now. So the issue is the sister wants to know what to do. I have brought my sister. Come and stay with us and take opportunities abroad. You come, and what is my problem? You decide to solve it for me by having an affair with my husband. And now she is pregnant, as we say, still staying in the same house with them. So the question is, what do I do? And then asam noa aba border ye bedwin ho no eya ware akro yi a asa koye obi na manne ne nua ofa no call ne nchen e wa brochire one ne kunu e na eti ho asumdwe mu a o awo na mma onfa ne nua yi beka me ho abia na nyame abie punu bia ma wo nso ama yedie bia ba wakwan mu a wo bedru a mimi kunu a menene te awo mbanti wo wadane ade ho akoma mi kunu a ama se si ya ye kasa yi ne sister no wonyem enti ne nua no sese ya abo afanitiri onhuni nia onye na odi asem yi ebedan ye. Well, this situation, we call it incest. Incest is sexual relationship between people classed as being too closely related to marry each other. Too closely related to marry each other. It's not accepted. And we will see instances in the Bible. The 10 commandments. The 10 commandments. I'm reading from Deuteronomy 5, the verses 21. He says, you shall not covet your neighbor's wife, and you shall not desire your neighbor's house, his field, his male servant, his female servant, his ox. But what matters here is not coveting your neighbor's wife. What this sister did was to covet her sister's husband. Or the husband did was to covet her wife's sister, because she didn't give the sister to her. We know of some tribes that do that. The older sister can choose, in times of such challenges, can choose to bring her own sister to play that role for her. But that wasn't their case. It wasn't their case, you know. And so she's asking what to do. We want to establish the fact that it is wrong. This attitude is wrong. And I continue reading in Leviticus 18 and the verses 18. He says, nor shall you take a woman as a rival to her sister. Nor shall you take a woman as a rival to her sister to uncover her nakedness while the other one is alive. This is the scripture. Nor shall you take a woman as a rival to her sister to uncover her nakedness while the other is alive. This is exactly what this sister chose to do, and this husband chose to do. And the scriptures are telling us clearly that it is not right. Now, when we go to the Bible, this is the first book that we started doing on this program. What is Christian marriage? There's so much in this book, and I recommend it to all of you watching me. That is why usually I recommend the 10 sets of books to you, because everything in them, it's so important in this journey of marriage. Now, what has happened right now in that relationship is what we call sororal polygyny. Now, with this pregnancy, she is virtually becoming a wife to this young man who has married her elder sister. So we call that sororal polygyny. In this type of marriage, the co-wives are relatives. This arrangement is presumed to be a recipe for peaceful coexistence between the wives in a marriage. It is also expected that this will reduce potential tensions in a marriage to the barest minimum. Jacob's marriage to Leah and Rachel was sororal polygyny. However, this relationship portrayed that where co-wives are relatives does not automatically reduce tension or promote peaceful coexistence. Leah and Rachel were sisters from the same father and mother, yet jealousy, envy, and hatred characterized their relationship as rivals. When we read Genesis 30, the Bible states that when Rachel saw that she was not bearing Jacob any children, she became jealous of her sister. Rachel's servant Bilhah conceived again and bore Jacob a second son. Then Rachel said, I've had a great struggle with my sister and I have won. During the wheat harvest, Reuben went out into the fields and found some mandrake plants, which he brought to his sister, his mother Leah. Rachel said to Leah, please give me some of your son's mandrakes. But she said to her, wasn't it enough that you took away my husband? Will you take my son's mandrakes too? Polygamy in all its forms is against Christian marriage principles. Adia meka ya no meko kan etro asem. Ema yehu se mrensem du no mu no kura no. Nyame se enconvert was describe den e wotwe mu. Enconvert emma wani embre wo yonko japade na ho no o se ne yire anani kunu. Emma wani embre na wa hwa akofa no aye wodia. Na yeba Leviticus nso a etredu ewotwe echichemu edu wotwe no a wose emfa oba a oye ne nua ekura akopem se wo behu na deja kire se wo ne ekoda no emfa oba eni ne nua ema omunkoda ne ekura saa na tworo eka enti enne case no a abede yanim a akoye se sister yi a ne nua ba yi aya ne papa yi odomu odo brana nyame embi adompono ma wonso wa abrochira wo ba ya wani hwe ba bia abrochire Ghana fo bebrebe aye ne na ma ya nware ye no wan hu no obi a mimi kunu ena wonne no ekoda na se be ma no kura mpo na bibi ha na adwene ya na wonso we wa mimi ya wo ya me nua ma me ba ko papa ba ko enti wo de te bia me wo mu no akomane adwene ya wodi ba abrochire eno no se wo beba me wira ho mi wiase a maba ama wo wani age obusa se edien ena onye menim ne gina bre ewe Awurade mu eto da bia na Awurade mu de obi bebusa Yesu Kristo se kwan ben so ana niema ben saa ne besia ebema obi etimi agya ne yire asama mika ye Matthew 19 kai free verse 3 ya bepem 10 na titru asama ye kai oba ye bebuza se edien na bema obi agya ne yire oka bebre bodru verse 7 eba 8 be 9 eno oka besi su se nya dwamambon tia obi bia wo begya wo yire na nya dwamambo nti na wasan ko ware ya eya ware seye na Bible say ware seye fo nyina ebeko obunsamje nia oikunu yi eye wabodwaman onua na asai na wade okunu yi ankasa wetimi ahwe nyame anim ena odiniti kwa ma obonsam ade akodi sa adwuma yi ewo ne fie onua na egu aware ni fi onua na egu na wade obeye wo kukodura owo akukodura because ne sister ni ntimi ntwi kura ewo fie ho Leah any Rahel asam na mika o omumienu mama baako papa baako Jacob ko ye no no anka Leah no ope ene omo papa nam wagadere kwanso epia Rahel na nka ope ene opia Leah ede ma ne kane ba na nye ono na epenti na ono no nso ada adenti no ohwe ne ho anya yie enti na esese omfa we embeka ena achechire ne ko omumienu duru sa aware mu na nko yie emu kuratwe emu enitan ne ne ekeka ho ade ma sumdwe emma fie nu ena na ekoso ewa nnua ne mu mienu ntem efise nyame a ohihye na ware no wan hihye na ware amma said emma mienu be ware be ma baako enya nyame adwene enu na Yesu kan no ewo Matthew 19 what can every verse 5 and eba 6 no a oso omo nyanya ba nu biom enti ne nyame aka bomu no ma obi biara ntitim there are no more two but one. Therefore what God has joined together let no man separate. God has no room for polygamy. It is not of God. Don't tell me it is in the Bible. The Bible is not an account of God's dealing with a righteous man. It is an account of a loving God with a stiff-necked, sinful community called human beings. So when you come telling me what Solomon and the others did, that is not what that is not God's mind, that is not God's perception. God's perception from the beginning is that therefore a man shall leave his wife. A man shall leave his father and mother, cleave to his wife. It is singular, and the two shall become one. What this man did abroad was to find a way of destroying that marriage, putting asunder what God has joined together. And with the advent of this child in this marriage, it is best the older one leaves the marriage for the younger sister. If she will be pleased